Hey, how's it going? It's April 25th, 2022. This is your Daily Sweet Talk. Lightyear's coming out soon. That's the movie about Buzz Lightyear that Pixar is making. Not based on the toy, based on the man the toy was based on. It's a movie about the man that the toy was based on. That was what they pitched back when the movie. That was what Chris Evans said. He's playing Buzz Lightyear because they couldn't afford Tim Allen. uh, I don't know. I assume not everyone has heard of this because not everyone's heard about every movie coming out. So I gotta describe it real quick. And there's the description. It doesn't make any more sense than that. I mean, all you really need to know is it just looks like Pixar's making a space adventure movie. But the actual explanation for this movie doesn't make much sense. That was what they said. Everyone was so perplexed by this and debating about what that means. It's about the man the toy was based on. Is Buzz Lightyear real in the Toy Story universe? And then he's like the Buzz Aldrin of the Toy Story universe, and the toy was based on a real person. But there's aliens and stuff, and even in the movie that they're making, the Lightyear movie, there seems to be aliens. So are there aliens in the Toy Story universe? I mean, I assume there was cowboys. Was Woody a real person also? Like Billy the Kid or something? What was said recently, and I don't remember where this was said, who said this, but the official statement that was said recently is Lightyear, the movie that's about to come out, is a movie that exists within the Toy Story universe, the Toy Story cinematic universe. That Andy saw when he was a kid, and it was his Star Wars. That was what they had said. His Star Wars. That was what brought his imagination to life, and you can have that too if you watch Star Wars on Disney Plus. But Toy Story came out in it came out in the 90s. Here's the thing that I saw someone say that pretty much encapsulates this perfectly, is that there's a movie that exists within the Toy Story universe, Lightyear, that looks more realistic than real life, because the animation in Toy Story was like some of the earliest theatrical 3D animation, and the humans looked awful, the dog looked awful, whatever. It was early 3D animation, it's fine. But now they've made so many strides. Like, how weird must that be, watching a movie like that? Imagine you watch a movie and it somehow. I feel like Andy watching Lightyear would be less like watching Star Wars and more like seeing Cthulhu. Like, it's just indescribable, otherworldly horror. But I don't know. I guess we're just seeing both things through a lens, and we're just supposed to believe they both look like live action, even though they both look like varying degrees of animation. But we're just supposed to believe they look equally realistic in their world, which we're seeing through the lens of animation. Whatever. Sure. But it doesn't look like tonally, everything. It doesn't look like a movie that came out in the 90s. So did Toy Story not take place in the 90s? They don't even know. They don't know. They're just making a space movie. They don't, whatever. More money. I saw that there was a toy version of the new Buzz Lightyear as well. A toy version of the movie version. Wouldn't the original Buzz Lightyear toy have just been the toy based on the movie? So why would the new toys not just look like the old Buzz Lightyear toys from the Toy Story movie? Doesn't make any sense. I'll probably watch it though. Sure, why not?